20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff. It's Judkins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. He turns that loose down the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. The Rebels offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And I think we're going to see plenty of big plays, especially when you have a couple of guys who can spin the bean like these dudes, Jesse.
These are 2 guys that can reach every corner of the field. Every throw is at their disposal. We're expecting these offenses to go up and down the field.
Yeah, and it's just going to be so fun to play skill positions for these quarterbacks.
And the ball is picked off. It's a fumble on the play. Takes it the other way.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Flushed out of the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with a sack.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Boise brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game record.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that kicker needed to club up. Fortunately, the ball hits the crossbar.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Grab behind the line. It's Scott. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Gonna run it. It's Parrish. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Not really looking to score threes. It would have been a 50-yard field goal attempt. The offense trying to convert on fourth down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see it. As we open the second quarter. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
How's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with a big play, generate a ton of momentum.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, they've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks. And you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the Buckeyes will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. They'll run this play from the pistol. They think there's room to run to the right here. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to move it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Reese, several notable storylines there, and a first half of a Cure Bowl that absolutely had its moments. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, Once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cure Bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Cleescorn. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Coming after it. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. It seems like on every snap, he is right in the quarterback's grill. Second sack of the day, and maybe Joey Bosa and Chase Young and Vernon Golston better watch out. There could be a new single-season sack record at some point.
And when you mention those guys, when you watch the game, they always had their imprint on the game. They always dominated football games, and this guy's dominating the football game, single-handedly making that quarterback have to think, where is that guy? We better block him because he keeps hitting. And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick six. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He leaves it with his back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Pirouettes away from the defense. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Using his legs, it's Judkins. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Buckeyes enter the final minute of play trying to run out the clock. They'll try the run. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. On 3rd down, going up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting the fourth.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Dart. He's moving out of the pocket. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. Steps away to find some room. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see.
Welcome to Bowl Week. Glad to have you with us from Boca Raton, Florida for what ought to be an exciting matchup in the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Oh, he's going to go up top. Got it inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon in that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have its first possession of the game. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
To the ground, he's got it again. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to...
And the pass hits, picked off, taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Looking for the 2-point try. in the backfield, it's Scott. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Coming out with it, it's Golden. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Here comes the Texas offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They've got the screen set up. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
That is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. Today, we have a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to battle against one another. Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. The Broncos offense is up first today. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year. I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Handoff in a single back formation. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, BSU.
All the film work that they've done to get ready for this game, here we are in the opening drive. They see exactly what they thought they might see based on their film work. It pays off, and this back had a ton of space to show you what kind of speed he has.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Their Lynch defense, Kirk, relying on an elite corner as they try to shut down the passing games. Both guys have skills, and they have the swag to go with it.
Yeah, Chris, I think that's the point is yeah, they have the skills, they have the size, the speed, but I think it's the instincts, just a natural ability to find the football and be able to come up with plays that help their defense get the ball back to their own offense that really separate these two.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. It's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops it just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Well, the running back comes up a little bit short of the first down. Big decision here for this offense because they are down a touchdown here early in the game. They don't want to dig themselves too big of a potential hole.
And the offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. You give it to the big fullback here. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Close to the tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a 2nd and manageable here for this offense.
Linebacker is maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. And 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. 1st and 10 play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Snags a quick throw. Touchdown, Notre Dame. This quarterback on fire today. See if they can convert the point after. And it's up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's got it inside the 15. And they get into the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Gives it to the back. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Chris, it's the consistency of his back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Well, the big fella's flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down. Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where is that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. This will be a 35-yard attempt. He missed it. So in the second quarter of play, this game remains tied.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets them up near midfield in 1st and 10. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Love. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Play action fake, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. Caught near the sideline. It's Evans. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Running back has it on the screen now. Touchdown, Irish. Strong game by this quarterback. Now the all-important extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Turn starts inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quick throw to his receiver, and he's got it. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Using his legs, it's Jonty fighting off the defender. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on 2nd down, I'll try out the field goal and try to get 3 before halftime. The kick is short, and now he's going to try to make something happen here. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the 1st half of play. Cannot make contact with a kicker like that. Costly special teams penalty gets the offense back on the field. is up and no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. And the Broncos will kick this deep to begin the second half. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Off the play fake on first down. Bringing pressure. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He'll take a deep shot here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. One team making their way on the field. A low line drive, ugly punt. This will be down just on the other side of midfield. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Using his legs, it's Janti. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Tackle made after a big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The offense going to heavy personnel, bringing out the full house. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play.
Hold it. Open.
Tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? The receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but it's
breaks clear, end zone ahead. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
This time it's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this third quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Tackle, but first down. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And he makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Now they get set to kick it away. And he fields it inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
Handoff running right. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs, and especially corners, that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Caught behind the line. It's Janti. Dropped for a loss after the catch on third down. Sets up a fourth down now.
Man, Chris, when you're down by a couple of scores late in a game like this, you need to find matchups where you can get the ball thrown downfield. Here it's a completion, but it doesn't get them very much. Now they've got a fourth down play coming up.
And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we're going to see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. So Notre Dame's offense making their way on the field to open this game. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
Play action here on first down. Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
Looking for a gap. It's Love. Went it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Looking downfield, it's Leonard. It's a short completion at the tight end. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field.
Now here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he can bring it in.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Looking to throw again. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. This one is right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So Ohio State's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. So here comes the other part of this great quarterback matchup out for the first time. Kirk, the coaches always say, hey, it's about a lot more than the quarterback. But today it really seems like these guys will decide it.
Well, and I think yesterday when we sat down with his quarterback, he definitely feels that pressure to compete one-on-one against the quarterback on the other side. Now, he's got to be careful letting his emotions get the best of him. But, man, he was locked in yesterday when we visited with him.
The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games and all those great backs they've had over the years.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass. It's Howard. Defense is coming after him. Got him. He's sacked. Defense are going to keep the pressure up in this third down. quarterback dropping back. Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Can he take it all the way? At the 30 now. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And looking to throw now on first down. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Irish. They will try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the defense look slow that time. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
They'll try to run this one in. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the two-point try.
And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery.
Chris, I just don't understand the logic here to go for this onside kick so early in the game, but I guess you can appreciate the boldness.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Defense not pressing this time. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Back to throw. It's Leonard. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. No press here. The defense backing away. Grab down the middle. It's Evans. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. All right, let's get back to the action. Getting closer to finding out who will be celebrating here tonight. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Gonna run it. It's Love. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll feed the back again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down. First down here for this offense. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way. Can they stop him? He's at the 50. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Wow, this is a risky throw here, so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception, Chris. Sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
BAT puts him up 3. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team. You can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
Intentional ground.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. To throw, it's Leonard. The pocket breaking down. And this pass is caught. They bring him down after a short gain there. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. On a huge hit there, you half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And looking for a big play here. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
It's a quick grab. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Here's the second down play. Grab behind the line. It's Sambuca. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on 3rd down. And now a 4th down decision coming up.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on 3rd down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the 1st down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. And he scores! Touchdown, Ohio State! Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Grab behind the line. It's Scott. And they'll run it into the end zone. So now it's an 11-point lead. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has... It's a fumble!
All I can think of is maybe they saw something in the 1st quarter that made them think that an onside kick would work here, but they came up a bit short. Now we'll see if their defense can hold them and limit the damage.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. Makes a quick catch. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. And he finds the end zone again. The touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Wow. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now.
Chris, what just happened here? I'm in awe of this coach's sheer boldness. Going for an onside kick when you're up by a few scores? Wow. That's all I can say.
Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. Deep shot caught inside the 25. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. It's Howard. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. Tries to get it to the running back. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. He's running out of time here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Got space looking for the end zone here.
Check, check.
Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC team, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davis. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. The Rebels offense will have some work to do here thanks to that bad return. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Finding some room at the 25. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job on his offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's pre-scoring. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
This is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. When he gets it down to the tight end, you can see what he can do after the catch.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Caught in the backfield. It's pre-scoring. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. In an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that and just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. And the Rebels lining up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Scanning the field. It's dark. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Tight end makes the grab. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in.
Straighten them out and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it just outside the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Longhorns offense comes out for their first possession today. And, of course, in this game, Kirk, the spotlight shining on these wide receivers. Each team has a really dynamic playmaker out there.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. These two wide receivers are the kind of players that if you can get the ball into their hands, great things will happen. Who has the better day today will be the team that wins this football game.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Christine, the spread error over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And Kirk, it's Ole Miss on top. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship. Through one quarter, let's check out the game summary. They've flipped into the field. We're set for the second quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Longhorns are on the move here. And then first down, right back to the running game. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a third down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important third down to try to convert here.
Dropping back. It's yours. Pressure is coming. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. This try is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. Pass caught, second down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Trying to extend the play. They'll try a pass here, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
That decision to go for it on 4th down doesn't work out. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First down. They're going to throw the football. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers,
but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looks like he's going to run it. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. And the wideout goes in motion. Trying for a 4th down completion. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Back to pass. It's yours. Makes a quick grab. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up for a 1st down and goal.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. The offense bracing here for a heavy blitz. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. And it's likely they'll take one last shot here before halftime. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
What a first half. We've seen a little bit of everything. These guys have come all the way back. They scored with no time. They're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. Blocked. Picked up by the defense. It's a live ball. Could be a 2-point return here. Notra's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk in the booth. Fellas, hard to believe we're only 1 half away from crowning a national champion.
The Rebels will kick this away to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Longhorns offense takes the field. first down play call. How aggressive will it be? We get the second half started with the running play. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence, and you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
The Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. The back's got it. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
DB's backing off from the line now. Buying time, moving to his left. On the run, he'll let it go. And he pulls in the catch. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38. Longhorns look to keep this drive moving. They'll hand it off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. And the same runner's got it again. Great cut there. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground. The Longhorns are in the red zone. On the ground, it's blue. Will he score here? Muscle out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments and try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Longhorns. They will claim the second half lead. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
They went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. And he'll fling this one deep down the middle. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Touchdown, Ole Miss. No chance to catch him. Coach deciding to keep the offense out there, go for a 2-point conversion and extend the lead to 3. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back. And he runs it in for the 2-point conversion, but wait a second. There's a penalty marker down. We got to check this out. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point makes it a 2-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Golden. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
It's a shotgun run call. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. Offense comes up to the line. We might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires.
Encroachment. Defense.
Mental mistake for the defense. That'll cost him 5 yards. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And there's the handoff. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. And Kirk, it's Ole Miss on top. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. One quarter to decide who will win the national championship. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Dropping back, it's yours. It's the running back in the flat. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
On third down, he drops to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they cut into this lead now on third and goal.
All right, here we go. This is really it. And the defense knows that if the offense is able to score here, it's essentially over. It's mano-a-mano at the line of scrimmage. Let's see which side can gain the most leverage.
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Texas. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. It's still an important piece of business to take care of here, the extra point. You're not through the PAT, so the lead is 5 here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. Quick throw to the left. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception on the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
He makes the grab. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Rebels. They jump in front here in the fourth. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. This guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. You imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receivers' jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
And he stopped short. The defense makes a play, and now the fourth quarter is still a one-point game. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll throw it now. Quick completion to the tight end. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do it really.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield. And the Rebels come into the final minute of play just hoping to run the clock out. He'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. With the last team standing at the top of the mountain curve, national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So Alabama's will begin with less than ideal field position off that poor return. And here comes that star wide receiver, certainly one of the focal points of the offense, one of the best in college football. He has that kind of, yeah, I'm him aura. I'm the best player on the field.
The field? But this guy crawled out of the bed, thought he was the best. He's confident, but he carries it as a guide for his team. It gives them confidence because they know that when he's great, they have a chance to win every game.
So second down after the incompletion. It's a blitz look here from the defense. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just run and pound hill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Caught quickly. In the clear at the 25. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Looking downfield. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Looking downfield, it's Milrow. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Extra point try coming now. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense out there for their first possession. More of this game within the game, Kirk. You got the quarterback and the corner, two of the better guys in the country at their position, very aware of each other.
And on the other side, you got a quarterback that has an attitude. He doesn't care. He's confident in his ability to shift and move the defense at will. It's going to be a great matchup.
Snags the quick throw. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
He'll try the ground game here with the running back.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Powers through a tackle. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
Watch big-time play by the wide receiver. Makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and then gets some yards afterward.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will look to convert here on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he finds his target. He has the first. Tackled after a solid gain. It's enough for a 1st down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. All right, let's get back to the action. Getting closer to finding out who will be celebrating here tonight. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They're going to run it. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Dart. Bringing pressure. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Quick throw to the left. Misses the receiver. Incomplete.
Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. When they have one, they're just unable to complete the pass.
2nd down after the incompletion. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. That's caught. It's Williams. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The offense is going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Complete to the running back. Can he get 1st down yardage? They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. To throw, it's Milrow. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Love the time timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Offside. Defense.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. Well, you know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Launching it. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown. Tied. So the offense clicking now for building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting solid.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He's looking to throw. The pass is intercepted. And midfield, across the 40, inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. It's a pick 2. When have you ever seen that before? As the two-point try backfires big time. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he's got it down there inside the 35. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Now they get set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. He's moving out of the pocket. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. 2nd down and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Defense has smothered the running game. Now what's the call on 3rd down and goal? Looking to pass. It's Milrow. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. And the offense recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. He's moving out of the pocket. Let's it go on the move, launching deep. Fired into a tight window and picked off. The guys up front line up. It's first down. Press coverage now from these DBs. Makes the grab. It's Haynes. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. One more play before they head to the locker room. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out in the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out, it's Davis. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Two-back set, quarterback flanked by the backs. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Dropping back, it's Dart. Receiver makes the grab.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Running with purpose. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The QB throws his third pick of the day. Touchdown, Alabama. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. And they get set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. And here's the handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. They'll give it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Another interception. That's number